Okay, in today's project, Aston Martin 2007 Vantage, and it's been up on I've had it on axle stands for the last couple of weeks, painted the subframe and all the rest of it. Really pleased with that job. Came to drive it around for the first time and we get a new fault. Alarm system, service required. So with it being an 07 car, that battery, which is in the alarm panel, which is right in the rear wheel arch liner section, needs replacing. So here goes. First thing off, jack it up, put it on stands or blocks, whip the wheel off. This is the rear left hand wheel arch liner. Just about to take it out with those screws in there. Okay, so I've undone the 7 or 8 or so clips on the rear wheel arch liner, and this kind of just untucks like so. You don't need to take the front part of it off, because it's a bit of a faff as well to get back in. Just be careful of that pipe at the back, which is just the rainwater drain. But there you go, up against the back bulkhead is the alarm. So it looks like one connection to undo, and possibly 10mm nuts, couple of something like that. So here goes, and there you go. Yeah, I was right, it was 10mm nut either side, and good old Aston. You don't have to take off this one, the one you can get easily too, but the one on the other side, you don't have to take it all off. You get out of this one. There you go. So that bracket is, there you go, it's a hole there, so you'd have to take that one out. And there you go, so it's a Ford Motor Part Company, and at the top right, that part number, because it begins with a D, DF, that means it's got the tilt sensor in it. Ooh, very high tech. I say Clifford, but because it's Aston Martin or Ford, it's probably designed by Moss. Okay, now that the plug's out as well, I can see how it unclips. So you insert a thin flat blade screwdriver into the end of the connector and lever it. It's a bit difficult to do with one hand, but lever it down like that, and then that will release the barb and it'll easily unplug. Okay, so a few things to take note. When you before you disconnect your alarm, make sure the car is unlocked. Otherwise, you get a piercing siren going off in your head as soon as you unplug it. Don't ask me how I know that. But also, as you just beware that when you do lock your car, it will auto lock again within a couple of minutes if you don't open the door. So, lesson learnt. Also, I noticed that this one is 2010. It's 2010, so it's 14 years old. The batteries probably due for replacement, but it's clear the battery's still working because the bloody thing kept going off even with it unplugged. It's a nightmare to get into. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs that you need to break just there. So I'll be grinding those out, we'll file them down, and then seeing if we can get in them. One thing to note is this stupid drain pipe that will fall out just as you put in your last wheel arch screw in. So what I'm going to do, because I'm sick of it falling out, is put a tie wrap on the end of it, push it into the base of the petrol filler cap for the rain drain, and then once it's on there, tighten the cable tie, and that should hopefully secure it. On another note, whilst you've got the arch liner out, it's always worth having a check of the dreaded exhaust valves. And as you can see, loose as anything. Very good. No problems there. Okay, now the alarm's out, so get it on a vise and gently file away those barbs. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barbs. Then I found the easiest way to break those tabs was to put it in a vise and bang down on the using a slotted screwdriver or something similar, and then it will come apart like so. And then to remove the alarm from the external rear metal shell, just press on those tabs there on the back, and it will eventually, with a bit of brute force of ignorance, come adrift. And now we have to hacksaw the body. And when you finally hacksawed around the edge, like so, come detached. And where is it? There is the battery in question. Okay, now the alarm's on the workbench. I've removed the battery. Right, I've literally just prized those 5 contacts off the battery. So it's a 2010 battery, where the alarm is, although the vehicle's 2007, so it's had the alarm changed at some point. That's the new battery, 2024, and you can see it's got a solder tab either end. So what I've done is bent those around and tinned them, and then they'll be soldered back on to those 5 posts. Whilst in there, that electrolytic capacitor there is a 47 microfarad, 50 volt. I've changed that anyway, just because it's good practice, and I know that it's 14 years old. So there we go. There you go, that's the battery soldered in now. So you've got the original 2 tabs there, 3 tabs there, so it's all nice and secure. Check the voltage, it's just over 6 volts, so it's going to be good to go. And then the last job before putting it all back together is to put a bead of silicone around that edge, and then that will reseal the unit nicely, and hopefully should be good for another 10 or so years. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. I've refitted the alarm, screwed it all back in, and if we put the ignition onto number 2, system check, and there we go, it's gone straight to the speedometer, no yellow warning, we're good to go. That's it. So that's the alarm battery swapped. And as a final check of the alarm functionality, I've locked the car via the fob, but I'm going to unlock it via the key. Should try the door, and there we go, done.